video now, but I'm so excited to do it, and I feel so blessed to be one who can do this video. This video is about my great aunt, Yuna Manuelita Webster Lardy. She was born on the 25th of December 1911. Can you believe it? So that makes this Christmas day, she is 110 years old. Presumably the oldest woman in Trinidad and Tobago. Yuna Manuelita Webster Lardy. Wow. So Yuna is the oldest sister of my grandmother, my paternal grandmother, who I featured in my grandparents' day video. Yeah. So we're gonna see a video clip of Yuna. In this video, she's talking, she's in her house, she's chatting. Um, You will also see the pictures of me and Yuna. But in those days, I had long hair. Now my hair is not long anymore. I had it short for the past 3.5 years. But when I was younger, I had a long hair. I had plaits. So that is what you're gonna see in the pictures because they are old pictures. But if you want to find Yuna now, you will find her in Trinidad, in Kumuto. She's still here this Christmas, and we're so all elated about that. It's like a celebration for the whole country. It's like a celebration for the whole country that to have such a long liver. And she still has all her faculties. Of course, she will be walking slower now, but her mind is fine, and she doesn't have any major health issue. So she's really blessed. Yeah. Yuna is the first of her siblings. Her younger sister, who passed away just a few years ago, was also a centenarian. Clarita, Melanie, Lewis, Webster, Edwards. Such a small fraction of human beings make it to this age. Such a small fraction make it just to 100 years, make it to be a centenarian. Right, guys? So this is so special. It's really an honor, a privilege, and a blessing if you can reach that age. I know that Auntie Yuna lived a simple life, and she ate healthy foods. She ate lots of ground provisions, lots of natural stuff growing in the yard, and a lot of the meat she would have eaten growing up would have been. I'm not saying that this is the criteria to live to that age. I'm just telling you guys um, what her life was like. In her working days, she was working at a hostel, doing simple cleaning and essential tasks. She lived in Kamuto for a large part of her life. But since her younger sister was living abroad in the United States, she would make trips to the US from time to time. And when they would travel abroad together, they would be treated like celebrities. Being such old persons, um, very few people travel at that age, being centenarians. So they would get special favors traveling on the airline and going through the airport and so on. And Yuna wouldn't have any problems usually getting her visa. One interesting story about Yuna is she had a caretaker a few years ago, and even her caretaker, who was in her 70s, passed away. So she even outlived her caretaker. Having lived till 110 years old, Yuna would have witnessed and been here for so many major world events. Yuna was here for the Spanish flu. She was here for the First World War. She was here for the Second World War. She witnessed Trinidad becoming an independent nation in 1962, and then later on becoming a republic in 1976. And she was here to see the Berlin Wall come down. Then there was the 9/11 and the towers came down, and she's still here with us during this harsh pandemic. She saw the 1990 coup in Trinidad, and so many world disasters and hurricanes throughout the years. She would have seen it on the news. So they used to have party during the war. The party was during the war.
During the war, yes, but you have to be careful. Because then once they stole, you have to go to the police station and they give you a permit to have it. Because they didn't used to have music, police had to come and guide you, all them kind of things. War is not a nice thing, you know. Because there's always a run short of things in your country. Yeah? If you get in this in India, you can't come again. If you get in this and this, you can't come again. You see, 3 years ago, in the junction there, down there you see half shops, and you could take out your hat and put through 1 pound of rice, half pound, 3 years ago. Look at it. As it's put you in line. Okay, war is not a nice thing. That is what that man from trying to get in America there. That is what he's trying to. Choking this one and choking that one and choking this one. Was it a nice experience to see your love gallery? Maybe water, okay. People are baptizing and everything there. Water cool. Are they hot? Huh? Are they hot, you know? Small, you were small. So I just only came from Trinidad. On pack and pack. When I went back to last year. Every year we go and meet. We walk in that hill. They have a place you could walk. Not in they make a government make a road, and they have a car. They have a place you could walk. They call them what trees. You know, you, but you have this road but not for car, and you could walk on that side. We used to walk and go on there and come back the same day.
What's her name?
Okay.
The one with the blonde hair and the blue eyes.
Yeah?
Who was that one?
What?
You had an aunt who had blue eyes.
The aunt,
Yeah.
if I have another aunt,
Mm-hmm.
I,
Yeah.
no, only two of us. Two of us saw Paul a Webster. We two is Webster. And my mother had a next girl. She's in America too, but she's not a Webster.
Mm-hmm.
You know, her father.
They come in and investigate. You put four of them on the plane.
Was Paul, father is a Webster. Paul is a Webster.
Mm-hmm.
Right? No. That white fella come to, when I tell you how the government in England send him and look for land.
Mm-hmm.
But when he come, he looking Santa Cruz. And from there now they looking for, and they go on about for land business. Right? Yeah. See. The old man, the old white fella, right?
Yeah.
Take a wife up there in Santa Cruz and marry Spanish, right? And then he.
Mother grandson. You know what I mean? When he did the other day, look the place empty. Well, the children.
Stop it.
And the father, he went to the father.
They tell me they have somebody making jam.
Yuna's younger sister, Clarita, her full sister, meaning that they had the same mother and father. For her other siblings, it was the same father but a different mother. Yuna's father was my great-grandfather, Paul Webster. And so Yuna's younger sister, Clarita, she was also a centenarian. But unfortunately, Yuna had to experience the sad experience. Her sister passed away last year in June 2020 at the age of 103 years and 7 months. Yeah, so there are other long livers in the family, but Yuna is certainly breaking the record with this Christmas. This Christmas, she has really broken the record with this 110 years. I feel so blessed and privileged to experience this, and for her being a relative of mine. Yuna was the first among several siblings. She had about 6 siblings. After her was her sister Clarita, her full sister, and then the other siblings are half siblings because her father had another spouse later on. So her siblings were my grandmother, Ira Webster Banfield. Then it was Sylvia, it was Claudia, Kenrick Charles Webster, who's already passed away. The only male, well, besides, there was also Lloyd Webster, who passed away as a baby. So, Yuna has lived through a lot. She has lived through so much. She has seen so much happen in this world. She lived through the First World War, which was from 1914 sometime in 1914 to 1918. That was 4 years. And then she lived through the Second World War, which was 1939 to 1945. And she saw Trinidad become independent from the British, Trinidad and Tobago. And then she saw us become a republic, Trinidad and Tobago. She saw the 1990 insurrection. She saw so many world events. It was when she was a child, it was the Spanish flu, and then now she's still here to see this pandemic, the COVID-19 pandemic. Though the Spanish flu would not have impacted her because it was mostly in Europe, in Spain and certain countries there. The Spanish flu had its greatest impact on Spain, Great Britain, Serbia, and Mexico. Thanks for watching, guys. If you enjoyed today's video, please do subscribe and check out our other videos about senior citizens. We actually have a playlist with those videos pertaining to the senior citizens. It's really an interesting thing to be born on Christmas Day. Your birthday and Christmas is the same day. I always wondered about that. I know a few other people like that. I don't know how it works if you get double gifts or if some people forget it's your birthday.